Tonight, not just on the weather watch, but also on the cherry blossom watch as well. The cherry blossoms are now in stage 5. If you don't know what that is, that's the puffy white stage. And so that means it's a matter of time before we will see peak bloom. Good to see you on this Friday afternoon. I'm Larry Miller. Well, during the news at noon, WSA 9 was first to tell you that our beloved cherry tree, Stumpy, well, it in fact will live on. There are plans to remove it later this year to reconstruct the aging seawalls along the tidal basin. But the National Park Service told us first that there are efforts underway to keep Stumpy and the other trees being removed alive. Meteorologist Caitlin McGrath is joining us along the tidal basin right now, checking on the cherry blossoms. Looks like, no doubt, Caitlin, a lot of activity now down there, especially since we reached stage 5.
Yeah, and Larry, I've got to tell you, Stumpy is the main attraction. We're going to talk much more about how parts of Stumpy will live on, even though it does have to be removed ahead of that tidal basin reconstruction here in just a few months. But we also have to talk about stage 5 because we have just been racing through all of these stages. We just hit peduncle elongation earlier this week, and here we are on the 15th of March at Puffy White. The next stop is peak bloom. Now, the National Park Service did initially predict peak bloom between the 23rd and 26th, but I just was talking to Mike Litters about 3 minutes before I joined you here on air, and we're thinking it's either going to be over the weekend or sometime later next week. The cooler weather on the way will impact when, in fact, we do see that peak bloom. Now,